Does that completely answer my question? How are equations different from expressions? We said equations have a solution. What about expressions? Do expressions have a solution? Equations have a solution. Expressions do not. An expression, remember, is something like 3 plus m. An equation would be 3 plus m equals 8, or 3 plus m equals 12. So an equation has a solution, an expression does not. So down here is 3x equals 27 in the equation. 3x equals 27, is that an equation? Yeah, it's an equation. It's got an equal sign and a solution. Can we find out, we also call it, remember, an open sentence? What does x equal using mental math in question number 2? 9. 3 times 9 is 27. Number 3, you have to ask yourself, 6 divided by what number is 3? 6 divided by what number is 3? 6 divided by what number? 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Number 4, though, is opposite. What number do you divide by 3 and get 3? 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And question number 5, 7x equals 21. What number do you multiply times 7 to get 21? 3. All using mental math. Aren't they really like fact families? 3, 5, and 15 would go together. I can multiply 5 times 3. I can multiply 3 times 5. It equals 15. Or I can take 15 divided by 3 to get 5 and 15 divided by 5 to get 3. That's what it comes down to with all of these, is making fact families. So we are going to focus on the division property of equality today, which simply says if I divide both sides of the equation by the same number, my equation will stay balanced. So look at 6n equals 24. What is the opposite of multiplying times 6? Divide by 6. Now, since you came in, we have shown division with a fraction line, correct? So in your notes, I want you to show me divided by 6 on each side using a fraction line. Divide both sides of that equation by 6. Now, what is 6 divided by 6? 1. Do I need to say 1n? What is 1 times a number? Whatever that number is, right? So if 1 times a number is that number, we don't need to say it. We just say these cancel, and we just put the variable there. So show that the 6 divided by 6 cancels each other out. The n is still left behind, so don't cross off your n. You bring that down for your solution. Now, what is 24 divided by 6? 4. Double check your work. Is 6 times 4 24? Yes. Yes, it is. So you know you have the correct solution. In the next one, 4n equals 68. What is the opposite of multiplying times 4? Divide both sides by 4. Right. 4 times n is, opposite of multiplication is division. Make sure you have n equals. Now, we need to take 68 divided by 4. How many times does 4 go into 6? Once. 1 times 4 is 4. Remainder of 2. Bring down your 8. 4 goes into 28 how many times? 7. 7 times 4. 28, remainder of 0. Do you have any more numbers to bring down? No, you do not. So n is going to equal 17 for a solution. Next question. 8 tenths P equals 32. What is the opposite of multiplying by 8 tenths? Divide by 8 tenths. So show that those cancel. We have 32 divided by 8 tenths. How am I going to get rid of the decimal in my divisor? Multiply by 10. Remember, you have to do the same thing to the inside. Multiply by 10. So you have 8 going into 320. How many times does 8 go into 32? 4. 8 times 4 is 32. Remainder of 0. Bring down a 0. How many times does 8 go into 0? 0 times 8 is
0.
Remainder of
0.
So P is going to equal 40. 8 times 40 is 320, right? How many numbers are behind the decimal point? 1. If I bring in 1 decimal point for 320, don't we get back to 32? Next one, 5n equals 45. What is the opposite of multiplying by 5? Divided by 5. 45 divided by 5 is 9. And 8m equals 800. The opposite of multiplying by 8 is to divide by 8. M is going to equal 100. Any questions on those? Do we put a division sign? No, we use a fraction line to show division. Okay, showing a fraction line. Story problem. You buy a package containing 6 rolls of film for your camera. The total cost is $38.88. Use an equation to find the total cost of 1 roll of film. Let C equal the cost of 1 roll of film. So here is my package of film. There's 6 rolls there, and each roll is a price of C dollars. The total price of that is $38.88. Draw that story problem diagram. I'm going to redraw it and move it down a little bit. Isn't multiplication really repeat addition? C plus C plus C plus C plus C plus C. Anytime it tells you that it is going to be per rolls or for each roll, you need to think about this being a repeat type of addition type question. Well, I don't want to say C plus C plus C plus C plus C plus C. It's a lot faster and easier to say 6 rolls of film times the cost per roll equals my total price of $38.88. Anytime you see the word each or every, that is multiplication. For example, the seniors right now are selling pumpkin pies for $8 per pie. Wouldn't that be 8 times P, the number of pies that were purchased or that are going to be bought? Okay. Maybe you're going to be doing, someone is selling candy bars. Is there a dance or something, somebody's selling candy bars for dance right now? Okay, and how much are candy bars being sold for? $1 per candy bar. So isn't that 1 times C, the number of candy bars? If we did a fundraiser for at homecoming, they sold the homecoming shirts. Do you remember how much the homecoming shirts cost? Nope, because you didn't pay, your parents did. They were like $12 a shirt. So it'd be 12 times T, the number of shirts, would equal our profit. Okay? So each or every always means multiplication. So in this case, it's 6 rolls of film times the price per roll equals $38.88. How are we going to get C now on a side by itself? I have 6C equals $38.88. How are we going to find the price for one roll? Lily? Divide both sides by 6. Some of you need to write the equation. 6C equals $38.88. We're going to divide both sides by 6, so C is going to equal $38.88 divided by 6. How many times does 6 go into $38? 6. 6 times 6 is?
36.
Remainder of 2. I need to remember to put my decimal point in my answer right now. Bring down my 8. 6 goes into 28 how many times? 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Remainder of 4. Bring down the 8. 6 goes into 48 how many times? 8 times. 8 times 6 is? Remainder of 0. Our question, use an equation to find the cost of one roll of film. What is the cost of one roll of film? $6.48. Make sure you have a dollar sign there. $6.48. Next question. A club sells greeting cards for a fundraiser. The profit for each card sold is 35 cents. The club's total profit is $302.75. Use an equation to find the total number of cards the club sells. What is my variable going to be? C. What is that C going to stand for? Use an equation to find the total number of cards the club sells. C equals number of cards sold. C is the number of cards sold. Now, do you remember what I just said? The profit for each card sold is 35 cents. When you hear the word each, every, or per, what does that mean to do? Multiply. 35 cents for each card. So it's 35 cents per card. 35 cents C. How much money did they make? $302.75 goes on the other side then. What are we going to do to get C on a side by itself? Divide by 35 cents. C is going to equal, I'm going to save us some time, 865 cards. Okay, on the worksheet, we are going to do just the multiplication questions today. Your work needs to be shown either on the back side or in a homework notebook. So we're going to go through and we are going to circle the questions that you need to do for homework tonight. Name on your worksheet. Number 1 is multiplication. Circle it. Is 2 multiplication? No. Skip. So number 3, is that multiplication? Yes. Circle number 3. Circle 5 and 6. 9 and 11. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9, 11. Circle 13. 14, 17, 18, 21, and 23. 13, 14, 17, 18, 21, 23. Just doing the multiplication questions. See you tomorrow.